Hello everybody and welcome back to another exclusive video for Novos. Today we are going to be talking about the new year and what you want to focus on for goal setting. I know goal setting is a major part of improving within the game, so this is the 5 things that you should be thinking about when you're thinking about setting goals for this next year in order to improve within Fortnite. Let's go! So the first thing I want to talk about is setting goals. Now, why do you want to set goals? Well, goal setting helps you track your own progression throughout the year. Obviously, if you have a really good goal, you can look at it and sort of find out how far you're along within the progression in your own improvement. It helps you strive towards something, it helps you improve your motivation, and give yourself something to look forward to when you're grinding those long hours during the day. Now, goal setting is really important in that sense, just for your motivation during this time. Obviously, with COVID happening, all of us have a lot more extra time in our days because lots of things are locked up and closed, and we want to be able to cling on to something in order to improve ourselves or make ourselves the best version possible. And with that, a good goal helps you achieve that pretty easily. Now, what is actually the difference between a good goal and a bad goal? Now, good goals can be attainable and they're realistic. And what I mean with that is basically you want goals that you are able to achieve. You don't want to have a goal that is out of the realm of possibility. They need to be realistic, as I said. If goals are attainable, then it's much easier, like I said before, to progress and track your own progress within them, because you'll be able to have milestones between that goal. You'll be able to test it and then see how far you're along with those goals. So the second thing that's really important, like I said, is the ability for it to be tracked and progressed upon. If you have a goal that, for example, is out of the realm of possibility, or it is very, very vague, then you don't know exactly how you're going to achieve that. So you need the ability to be tracked, because then it helps you set miniature goals in order to achieve your big goal. A good goal is also meant to be enjoyable. In the end, when you are playing a game like Fortnite, it's obviously enjoyable in order to improve and become better at it. But if you don't enjoy the grind, then what is the point of having that goal if you're not enjoying the progress? So make sure you are enjoying it and finding something that fits within you. For example, playing 8 hours every single day to get better isn't a good goal to improve, since it's not enjoyable, but finding a smaller thing and smaller wins will make it a lot more enjoyable, because even though it is hard work, the small wins and miniature goals in between will help you be motivated in order to achieve your bigger goals in the end. And the last thing for this is encouraging good behavior. You want to have a goal that encourages good behavior. Like I said, you don't want to have long grind. You want to have good behavior, so you're making improvements to smaller things within your life that can attribute to your improvement within Fortnite as well. So what is a bad goal then? Well, a bad goal is something that's unclear and open to interpretation. So let's say you want to be, the best player in the world, for example. That is a pretty bad goal to have, because obviously it's very open to interpretation, and it's obviously very unrealistic that you're never going to be the best player in the world. I'll be honest, that is probably reserved for some of the biggest pro players in the world, but it is, I guess, a possibility at some point. But in the end, it's going to take 3 to 5 years more than likely, if it will ever happen. So that is a really bad goal to have. Bad goals are therefore unrealistic, and like I said before, it is immeasurable. You need to be able to measure it. So here's some examples of good and bad goals to have. So a good goal is, I want to progress through my PR this year. So for example, getting my first power ranking points this season is good, but a better one would be, I want to reach a certain level of Fortnite tracker PR, because then you'll be able to progress it and test it more easily. Because obviously Gamepedia PR, you only have one placement and then it's one and done. But for Fortnite tracker PR, you get a PR amount per tournament, so you can sort of strive through goals. So okay, I want to reach 10,000 Fortnite tracker PR this year, but after 3 months I want to reach at least 2.5k. Then you have an attainable goal there that is realistic. You want to have multiple steps within it, so you can even do, I want to reach 10,000 Fortnite tracker PR this year, but before the half year I want to be able to reach a top 500 placement within a solo cash cup. So then you have multiple goals that are sort of relating to the same thing, but helps you progress and track your progress. And it also helps you have some training guidelines. So for example, if you have that solo cash cup goal within your bigger goal, then you want to focus on solo training and improving on that sense. So it gives you miniature goals within your goal to help you improve. The bad goal to have, for example, is my first earnings. Getting earnings in Fortnite right now is really, really difficult. It may be possible depending on your skill level, but you want to be able to measure your goal, and just getting your first earnings is just a one and done. Who knows how long it will take? It will take a year, 2 years. It's not attainable for yourself. It needs to be very relevant to yourself. Winning a cash cup, for example, is a really bad goal to have, even though it's a good dream to have, for example, but not a good goal. So find something that's a little bit more attainable and also that is measurable in this sense. And the last bad goal I want to say is like qualifying the grand finals. Obviously, it's a good goal to have, but it's very hard to progress and test it and focus on finding a good way to train with it. So try to find something a little bit more simple and measurable. Another thing you want to think about is how you want to achieve it. Now, goal setting in itself should have, like I said, some sort of training guidelines. So if you have a solo goal, then you're focusing on solos. But here's some things you can do in order to help yourself. So first of all, you want to think about scheduling. Now, it is during the Christmas period and the New Year period, so everyone's on holiday. So you want to be able to get those homeworks in when you can, so you can focus on your grind and improvement. So focus on scheduling, schedule out your exams, know when they are, when your big projects are, and then train accordingly around your schedule. Don't be lazy, do it now. Try to do things like do your homework at school, for example, so you have more time at home, to progress and improve. Those little things can make the big difference in order to attain your goals. Another good thing to have for goal setting is having a weekly check-in. So do you have another person there who can help you be on track with your goals, who can test you, that you can sort of push you forward to attain those goals? That's a very good thing you can do. Another thing you can do then is you can join the Novos Friends group, because there's some like-minded people there that also want to improve and achieve their goals. So maybe check out that for a second. And another thing in the end is revision. If you don't have a person to check in with, be honest with yourself, revise with yourself, check in with yourself, and see how you are progressing with your goal, and see if you need to change them, because it's fine to change your goals. If you feel like you're not going to be able to achieve your goal, change it up, make it a little bit more realistic, because in the end, if you achieve even a small milestone, that is the most important thing for improvement. Some other things that are important to think about is what your goals were last season. Why did you fail your goals? Be real with yourself. Were they unattainable? Were they unrealistic? Think about it and then incorporate that into your new goal setting procedure. And as always, it's really important to think about your enjoyment. Is this going to be a priority in your life? Do you want to prioritize other things? There is a balance, as always, within life. The game isn't everything. Obviously, if you want to improve in the game, that's important, but have some balance within there, and don't focus too hard if you do fail your goals, because it's a natural part of it. I think like 90% of people who set goals in the new year always fail them. That number is probably more like 99%, so, that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure you guys check out all the other content on novos.gg, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.